Despite the rising popularity of Korean culture, such as K-pop, K-drama, and K-beauty, when it comes to the language itself, Korean could not be the language that actually triggers people's interest. Some people might say that there are no benefits from learning Korean, as many Korean speakers are able to communicate in English. Well, is that actually true? Well, let's figure it out together. In this video, I would like to tell you why you need to learn Korean, whether you're in an army, a K-pop lover, or whether you are not even interested in Korean culture. Here are my thoughts. To begin with, as you all know, the popularity of Korean culture is growing drastically. It is said that 7 out of 10 dramas were ranked as the highest in Vietnam Netflix streaming service, and this trend is visible in other Asian countries, not to mention the popularity of Korean drama in Korea. Wouldn't it be awesome if you can understand all the plots without having to look at the subtitle? Well, who makes all the subtitles then? Yes, someone bilingual in Korean and English. As the number of Korean contents is increasing in Netflix and other media services as well, there will be a spike of demand for Korean speakers who can translate into your target language. Yes, Korean could be a difficult language, but I can certainly say that it is worth trying. Let's examine two popular figures. First of all, consider the novel The Vegetarian by Hangul, who won the 2016 Man Booker International Prize. The book was originally published in 2007. Though her work received critical acclaim, it did not enjoy a particularly wide readership. It all changed when a 20-year-old British graduate student, who only had learned Korean for 6 years, put her effort into translating the book into English. Later on, the novel Vegetarian got lots of readership from the British and the United States. Obviously, without translation, nothing could be read and could be judged. Would it ever be listed for the Man Booker International Prize if it were not for the translation? Well, as you can see, the translator is not a Korean person. Furthermore, Densi Park-wook, an American movie critic living in Korea, made his excellent presence in the Korean film industry. Recently, he took the opportunity to take part in translating the English subtitle for director Bong Joon-ho's movie Parasite, which won the top prize at the Cannes Film Festival. With extended number of Korean Netflix original series, movies, books, and not to mention our BTS, The Gift of Korea, the Korean culture is significantly influential in many fields. Wouldn't this tell you that you could be a candidate for a job if you are especially into media, communication, writing, and so on? As we discuss the background of Korean language being popular, perhaps I should move on to explaining why Korean is an approachable language for most of you. First of all, finding a Korean language exchange partner is very easy, if you are an English speaker especially. And I assume you are an English speaker if you are watching my video. As many as there are lots of Korean culture lovers, there are many Korean local people who are committed to learning English and speaking in English. You could use language exchange platforms to be matched with local Korean friends. As there is a high demand for learning English in Korea, there is a broader opportunity for you to share your skill and learn from locals. Also, South Koreans are generally regarded as some of the most technologically well-adjusted people in the world. This means that when you want to engage with Korean native speakers, all you need is a smartphone or an internet connection to be matched with millions of local Korean people and discuss your favorite Korean drama or Korean music as you simply sit on a sofa without having to actually visit Korea. Learning Korean gives you potential access to over millions of native Korean speakers. Surprised, right? Yes, Korea is a small country, but there are a number of immigrants throughout the world, and there are 50 million native Korean speakers in a tiny peninsula next to the sea in Pacific Ocean. Scared of reading to Korean? You don't have to worry, because as a Korean, I can certainly say that Koreans are very friendly once you get to know them, especially if you're a foreigner. Say a simple Korean phrase such as 안녕하세요, which means hello in Korean. And you will see many people appreciating you for trying to speak in Korean as a foreigner. This will lead you to tons of Korean practice, whether you want it or not. Next, let's discuss the linguistic perspective. The Korean alphabet, which is named Hangul, was first invented by an ancient king named King Sejong. Before the introduction of Hangul, the Korean alphabet, people mainly used Chinese characters to represent the Korean language. However, due to the difficulty and diversity of the character, not many people were able to be educated. To tackle that, King Sejong invented Hangul. Hangul only contains 24 letters, which is a lot less than any other language in the world. Also, it is said that Hangul letters were formed following the actual looks of tongue when pronouncing the sound. This means that one can easily learn how to read and write Korean language, while learning how to read Japanese or Chinese could take you longer due to lots of Chinese characters and alphabets. Thanks to this, you will not lose your interest in learning a new language as soon as you get into it. If you're an English speaker, you might have a difficult time learning the grammar because its pattern is subject-object-verb. You just need to remember that the verb in Korean is always placed at the end. Other parts of the sentence have particular articles, so even if there is a change in their order, the meaning of the sentence will not change. Let's say in English you can say Eric likes you a lot. In Korean, Eric, a lot, you, like in a formal way. However, in a conversation, you can simply change the location of subject, verb, object, and adjective. All cases are possible. A lot, Eric, you like. A lot, you, Eric, like. Eric, you like a lot. Though there is a simple grammar trick for this if you go deeper, it still is a very non-complicated way of alternating the location of words. Okay, so in this video, I have discussed the influence of Korean language in various fields and why you should learn Korean. Yes, learning Korean could be a bit challenging if you're new to the language. However, there is a Korean saying that goes, 시작이 반이다, which means starting is the half of the end. So, if you want to start the half of your journey, I would recommend you to check out my Korean teaching video in the playlist, and since you did the half, I will do the half for you. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I'd like to see you in all my channel, and please make sure to subscribe. Thank you. 감사합니다.